Welcome, everybody, to the first ever season review. So, today we are going to review the Miami Hurricanes football season as they have finished the season with 7-6 record, which includes a bowl loss, which I know a thing or two about seeing that. So with the reviews like this, we're gonna talk about what went right, what was our best moment, and what went wrong, and why the season went the way it did. And then we talk about the bowl game itself, which I already done so already, but I'll talk briefly more what went wrong, and then let's see where it goes from there. So we're gonna start off with this. The Miami Hurricanes football team has finished season 7-6. What went right? The defense, the recruitment especially has been extremely well. They had really good players. Ruben Bain is one of those best tacklers of the team right now. The running game was excellent. The pass rushing, they bring out the most pressure of most any teams in the ACC, and that's saying a lot because you got teams like Louisville, FSU, who are always bringing it to the quarterback. Miami had a pretty good defense. What went wrong? The quarterback situation, inability to make big plays in the ACC. That's what went wrong, horribly wrong. And then you had this one particular game that just completely shifted momentum the entire season moving forward. So, I'm going to go back to my predictions as I remember all my predictions from the Miami Hurricanes preview I did back in August before going back to South Florida. So, in my prediction, I predicted a 9-3 record in the regular season, perhaps would have been a 10-3 if they would have won a bowl game. And I said this: going to the bowl game, or even winning the bowl game, is a one step to the right direction of going back to the national championship style team that they once were. We stumbled across a few problems, so let's go over this real quick. Which was not going to be real quick. Anyway. In my preview, I like I said, 9-3, maybe even 10-3 if we win the bowl game. I predicted Miami Hurricanes was going to win against the Red Hawks, and that was correct. They beat them 38-3. I don't have much to say about this one. You can go check the vlog. Then I predicted an upset win. We slightly edge out. I predicted a slight edge out against Texas A&M. Well, my prediction was true. We did beat Texas A&M, but it wasn't an edge out. It was a terrific game by Tyler Van Dyke, throwing 374 yards and 5 touchdown passes, and one of those touchdowns were a kickoff return, in which I don't need to explain much of what happened. I also put out the vlog there a few months ago. I said Hurricanes were going to beat Bethune-Cookman no problem, and they did. They at this point they're ranked 22. Okay, then this is an interesting one. We go to Lincoln Financial Field to play Temple. Those were the same dudes that were trash talking, making articles about Coach Coop, saying how the Hurricanes fans are a delusional fan base, talking so much crap. We go to Philadelphia and we smoked them. So that was so perfect protection so far. And then this is where I absolutely lose my mind. This is the turning point of the regular season. I predicted that Hurricanes were going to beat Georgia Tech in this game. I predicted that. I predicted they were going to beat Georgia Tech. The issue was what went wrong. Another part what went wrong, and what I said with the quarterback. Not only the quarterback situation wasn't that great. How about the coaching? The coaching sucked. The coaching, I believe, were the big wear and tear from this game. And I noticed this in the Miami Red Hawk game as well. Not taking a knee when you have a lead. And especially when you're in the fourth quarter, when they use all their timeouts, under 40 seconds of game clock, all you have to do was take a knee and that's it. Instead, they ran a football, Chaney fumbled it, and Georgia Tech recovered it. 4 plays later, Christian literally the 44-yard pass from Haynes came. That is a humiliating loss. And this is a Hard Rock saying. It's so humiliating. I was so angry. I'm telling you right now, I was really angry. I was at a USC game when I was watching this. People were looking at me like this because I was so angry. I had a bad look. I had a bad look on me because Coach Mario Cristobal inability to take a knee while we had a lead with 20-17, we could have easily won this game, but they did not. I was so angry. So my prediction was we win this game, and that was my first prediction that I have gone wrong, and that was a bad one. That was a seriously bad L on that part. And then we play against North Carolina. I did say we probably would not have enough to even beat North Carolina, and we did not. We did not do so. But this game, we had that comeback, and then the third quarter collapsed. Van Dyke was just awful. He was awful in this game. And the problem with this, and this is what I said with the quarterback situation, that he keeps throwing interceptions, especially even against Georgia Tech. He threw 3 interceptions against Georgia Tech. In a North Carolina game, he threw 2 interceptions. 2, and Drake May didn't even throw a single pick. That's the problem. There was that Van Dyke that only threw 1 interception in the non-conference game, already threw 5 in the ACC opponents, and that's where it gets bad. Then I predicted that we were gonna beat against Clemson, and we did. We did beat them in double overtime. We had that touchdown. In double overtime, and then we had that nice play to end the game at double overtime. And I remember thoroughly. The referees were horrible in that game. They were trying everything they could to help Clemson, and they did not. So, back on the right track. Then we go on to play against Virginia, where we beat them in overtime. They kicked the field goal in overtime, and Mark Fletcher ends the game off with a touchdown run. So we beat them 29-26. So that is pretty good. That is pretty good. Then at this point, as far as I remember, I said we were not going to beat NC State Wolfpack. I think I remember saying that. Look at me. Now I remember my prediction. Now I don't remember this one. They're contradicting myself. But anyway, I don't think I said we were going to win this game, and we did not win this game. In fact, Van Dyke's performance was putrid. The offense was putrid. We scored 6 points in the first half, and in the second half, we didn't do anything. Van Dyke threw 3 interceptions. And then we go up against Florida State. Yeah, that Florida State. It was either you have faith in Van Dyke or you don't. And the coach says we put in Emory Williams. That's his second start of the season, because first start was against Clemson, because Van Dyke all of a sudden now coming out with the injury after the North Carolina game. Pretty putrid. Emory Williams, I think he's going to have a bright future. Although now, I think they recruited somebody. I think it was Cam Ward, Cam Smith. There was some big recruitments. But Emory Williams, true freshman, giving it his all, hurt himself, and then a couple of plays later, Van Dyke throws an interception, and then we lost this game. And that was another prediction. I said we were going to lose this game. We still didn't even have enough to beat against Florida State. And then I stupidly said we were going to beat Louisville, but we did not. Louisville owned us at home, honestly. To be fair, it was a good game. And then the fourth quarter collapse. Oh my God, the defense. the defense wasn't that good. Defense was not that great in the fourth quarter. That collapsed us. That collapsed us. And then we go to Boston College and we beat them 45-20 in Boston. And then I think after that Virginia game we were bowl eligible. The Boston game we were guaranteed a winning season. Then we waited a whole month to prepare. Now in the meantime, during the month, there were a few transfers. Like Van Dyke's going to transfer to Wisconsin. Restrepo staying, and then they played Ja'Cory Brown in this game, and then we played like garbage in this game. The Pinstripe Bowl, a bowl game. You know, when we play against Rutgers, that felt like a Rutgers home game when I was there. It was garbage. That game was garbage. So overall, this season was I just feel like this was honestly a disappointing season, an absolute disappointing season to finish off after so much promise after the A&M game. I feel like with these ACC games, it overshadowed what was once great game against Texas A&M on September the 9th. I mean, it sucked. It sucked. Always ends with a disappointment. Always. It makes it really tough to root for the Hurricanes sometimes. It just is. It really just is, folks. I'm being straight and honest with you. And the fact that they lost to Rutgers at Yankee Stadium, that sucks. That really sucks, and it's so humiliating. The record was 7-6. The record was 3-6 in the conference, Big Ten conference. You know, Michigan's conference. They were all the way at the bottom three, and we still managed to lose to them. The play calling was not great. I don't think Ja'Cory Brown had that much confidence that he was just put in. And it sucked. It really did suck, man. And especially when we had finally we had a momentum going, and then we freaking screwed up with the special teams, and that's another thing that went wrong. Special teams late in the season just was not great. It just was not great. So, Miami Hurricanes finishing the season 7-6. Where do we go forward? Well, they got a new quarterback. As I'm about to take a look right now. So let's see where they go from here. Okay, now I have to find it. They recruited somebody from the transfer portal. I believe his name was Cam Smith, the guy that we wanted so badly for the Hurricanes. Oh, it was Cam Ward, not Cam Smith. I knew it. I'm so sorry. Cam Ward, coming in from Washington State, has committed to Miami. Big get from Mark Cristobal. He's good at recruiting, but can he coach? I don't know. Cam Ward has something to prove in the Hurricanes. We'll see what happens in the next season, and yeah, folks, that's the review for this. That's the season review. It just ends off in a disappointment. And yeah, folks, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to content. As always, go Canes. And yeah, folks, I'll see you guys next time. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to content, because Miami 2G is back. And when he does, hit it right there with the fear team you deserve. This is Miami 2G. Stand up, folks. Good night, everybody.